Hey, it's Liz, and last October I did a chunky charm swap for Halloween at Mini Album Scraps, and somebody commented on the forum that they would love to see how I do it because they were super chunky. And I don't have those charms anymore because I sent them off for the swap. But here is a purse dangle chunky charm that I made a couple years ago. It's not as chunky as my Halloween charms, but it's really the only chunky charm I had to kind of demo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of take you through my process on how I make these charms. And I have here an altered cork, and you can see I've left room. I'm going to turn this into a chunky charm. So what first thing you do is you need to buy or make your charms. So here are my charms that I have made, and what you do is you line them up from smallest to biggest, and you want to make sure you have at least one for every link in the chain. Now this is actually a really short chain, so I don't know if I'm going to add more to it or not. But so here are my charms, and then I have some backup charms here just in case I need it to fill it up more. So what you're going to do, since they're in order from smallest to biggest, is you're going to start with your smallest, and those are going to come up here on the top. Whoa. And then as you go down, you put the longer and longer and longer ones. And then usually, right, you'll have something that you hang at the bottom. I haven't yet decided what that's going to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to start putting these on, and I'm going to do that off camera and come back so you can kind of see it in stages. Okay? Okay. So I'm struggling a bit with the focus. I don't know if you can tell. I've got the first two charms on, and as you can see, I put one on the first link and one on the second link. And what I do is I alternate the sides. So I put one in from on the left and then one in from the right. So you can kind of see that. And I do alternate that, and I just check it every couple of charms and make sure it's not getting too full on one side. And if it is, then I put some charms on the other side to try to balance it out. Okay? Okay, so here you can see I'm getting some more of the charms on. Okay, starting to get pretty chunky. One thing that helps with the chunkiness is those big pearl beads. I've seen some people make their chunky charms with just huge honking beads, and that helps. That really, I don't want to say fluffs it up, but you get the idea. It fills it up, right? It makes it a much fuller charm. So, okay, I will keep going. Okay, as you can see, I've started to get some of the longer dangles on here. So it's starting to look a little asymmetrical. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the rest of the charms on. I only have, where are they? Over here somewhere. 3 left. To put on, and then what we'll do is we'll look at it and we'll determine if we need to add certain charms to fill it out. Right now the bottom's very thin, but I still have 3 more big long charms to put, so we shall see. And kind of see how it's coming along. And then one trick, I don't know if I can do it one-handed, that I do. Sometimes I have a hard time determining, here we go, what to put. So what I do is I'll grab it from the bottom. Of course I can't do it with my left hand. I'll grab it from the bottom and see that you can easily isolate which chain, I know it's out of focus, which chain link is empty, and then you can also tell what side or what direction the one right before it was put on. So sometimes I'll do that. I'll hold it upside down. That helps. All right, be back. Okay, so I have all my charms on, and I'm pretty disappointed. The top looks very barren right here, so I'm going to put a charm there. And I feel like the bottom is not nearly as fleshed out as it could be. So that's going to need some more charms. So I was looking at what I had pre-made. I have this Arctic cake. I think I'll put on a chain and add that to the bottom. And then I have these two here, which I think I'm actually just going to add. Whoa, yeah, they're focus. Excuse my band-aid. I think I'll just throw some chain and then put them on the bottom to kind of fill up. I just feel that it looks really kind of skimpy. So, I know. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with it. I added the Eiffel Tower there, and I added the bauble and the laugh plaque there on chain. And then what I did is I moved 2 of the charms around. Let me grab it. It's upside down, but so you can see I hung 2 of the charms onto the chain I added so that it wouldn't appear so lopsided when it was hanging. So, oh, the Eiffel Tower's backwards. So that is how I make a chunky charm, and basically I just add more and more and more. I usually use a longer piece of chain, and I usually add a lot if I'm making it for a swap, because I mean, it's a chunky charm, so I want it to be as chunky as it can. So there's my altered cork chunky charm. It's very heavy. I keep dropping it, but there, I hope that the video makes sense, and I hope that answers the question of how I make mine and how I get them so chunky.